Most people talk about money constantly, their goals, their plans, their next big move. But very little changes, and there's a psychological reason for this. Researchers at New York University found that talking about goals triggers dopamine, the same chemical released when we actually achieve something. In simple terms, your brain gets rewarded early. It feels like progress, before any real progress has been made. The study showed that people who publicly announced goals were significantly less likely to follow through than those who kept them private. The reward came too soon. And when the reward comes early, motivation quietly disappears. This is why talking about money often replaces managing money. Quietly wealthy people understand this instinctively. They don't announce plans. They don't explain strategies. They don't broadcast ambition. They build. Silence creates focus. A separate study published in Psychological Science found that public accountability shifts attention from long-term execution to short-term performance. In other words, you start managing how things look, instead of how they work. When goals are private, discipline has room to grow. When goals are public, performance takes over. There's another hidden cost to talking about money: social pressure. When others know your plans, you feel pressure to show results quickly. That pressure leads to rushed decisions, risky moves, short-term thinking. In finance, short-term thinking is expensive. Dalbar's annual investor behavior study consistently shows that the average investor underperforms the market by 3 to 5% per year. Not because of lack of intelligence, but because of emotional decisions driven by urgency, fear, and comparison. Quiet wealth avoids urgency. Most of the wealthiest people you'll never hear about rarely talk about money at all. In fact, research from The Millionaire Next Door found that most self-made millionaires avoid discussing finances publicly, don't seek validation for financial decisions, prefer privacy over recognition. They don't post about investing. They don't explain their discipline. They don't seek applause. They let time do the talking. Silence isn't secrecy. It's concentration. And concentration compounds. The quietest advantage of all is uninterrupted progress. Quiet wealth grows best when there's nothing to announce, nothing to defend, and nothing to prove. If this helped you think differently about money, like the video, it tells the algorithm you value wisdom over noise. And subscribe to Quiet Wealth. Here, we build quietly and let the results speak later. See you on the next episode. Stay wealthy.